Hey there, welcome back. This is episode 5 in Breast Cancer Advice from a Patient. I'm Tammy Salamone, the Pink Survivor, and this is where I'm just sharing some of my experience and some of my tips that I learned along the way through my breast cancer treatment. So today I wanted to address, what if I'm depressed? Because this is probably one of the subjects that I thought was most ignored during all of my doctor visits and all of my treatment. It's barely even addressed at all. And you've got your oncologist and your plastic surgeon and your radiologist and your OBGYN or whatever doctors are on your team trying to discuss what your treatment plan is going to be. But the one person who's really missing is your therapist or a counselor or someone that you can talk to. So I wanted you to know that it's very, very normal to feel extremely down, very sad and depressed once you're diagnosed, and then kind of just going through all of it. You're making these huge decisions. You're dealing with things that you've never dealt with before. And just the fact of having a major surgery, the fact of having to accept having chemo or radiation or whatever that might be for you. I became very depressed and sad, and I remember having many sleepless nights. There were, oh my gosh, probably weeks that went by where I might sleep for a couple hours and then I would just lay there wide awake in bed and just thinking, what is happening to me? Why is this happening? Who can I talk to about this? I felt so alone, and I really at the time didn't know a lot of other breast cancer patients. So don't forget, you can at least, find those different groups on social media where you can connect with breast cancer patients or any kind of cancer you have that have, similar experiences that you can talk to. But if you've never considered talking to a therapist of some kind, or you think, I'm fine, I'm going to be strong enough, and I've never needed counseling before, why would I need it now? This is the time that you may actually need some help, and don't feel bad about it. And certainly don't feel bad about if you need to go on some kind of medication. And I know the thought of that is just, I'm not going to do that. That's the last thing I need. I don't want to add something else to my plate right now. But if you find yourself becoming more and more depressed or overwhelmed, or your anxiety is so high, your heart's racing and you're just not sleeping, consider maybe taking some medication just to get you through this time. You don't have to stay on it forever. You can just stay on it for a year, 6 months, a couple years, whatever it is, and you'll start to feel better and better. But, please do consider asking for help. Make sure someone's monitoring you just to kind of see how you're feeling, whether that's your spouse, your mom, your best friend, whatever, just to kind of check in on you to see if you are kind of spiraling down and getting depressed. But you're going to be okay, and just ask for help, because this is the time where you'll need it the most. So, your doctors, they do this every day. This is nothing new for them. So it's really not a big deal. But for you, this is your first time most likely going through this, and it is a big deal. And also, once treatment ends, whether that's a year, 18 months later, everything doesn't just automatically go back to normal. Now you've got to deal with whatever has happened. For me, it was the fact that I have very little hair, so I had to deal with, my hair growing back, how I had lost so much of what I considered feminine. That's so depressing in itself. So I had a lot of stuff to work through. Even when everything was completely done, you're not just going to be all healed and back to normal. So maybe that's when you need some help to kind of get you through. So thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and share this with other people who may be starting their cancer treatments or have finished and they need a little extra help. And I'll see you guys next time.